Rebooted yet? All good? Excited. Don't want everything to blow up again.
Fucking off as much as I want to watch this.
What's that?
I'll see you in the morning, I think. Yeah, I'm fucked. I'm fucked, mate.
Yeah. Could be another 4 hours.
I had 4 hours sleep before that match.
Yeah.
We're going to come and play tomorrow morning. Yeah, this could, yeah. Well, one match could be 2 hours. It could be fucking 2 matches. This could be like 4 or 5 in the morning, mate.
Guaranteed the second one will go a lot slower.
Yeah. I mean, if Rusty comes out, he could be over in an hour and a half if he gets it right. If he starts to get it wrong and Alex gets on top, it could be an awful fucking battle going on. It's all about Rusty now, I think. What he's got to produce them early frames. Like Scotty did, but carry on.
Yeah.
Scotty come out fighting and missed one black and it all went wrong.
Yeah.
He looked great, he didn't even know what he was doing in the end.
That's it, yeah.
Where are you going?
Yeah.
He's over for this miracle fucking...
Yeah.
He wasn't playing the game, he was just open for miracles.
Yeah.
I know he plays open, fucking plays some mad shots. Can't open miracles every time. Had a great day yesterday. He should have got himself an hotel room and gone and rested up today. He's hung around here for 10-12 hours. He's fucking mentally drained.
Did he? Oh, right.
He's hung around all day waiting to play.
Yeah.
Boy, Rusty was fucking coming out of the kipper in the hotel. Why would you be here all day? You know you're playing later tonight.
I didn't think he was here.
Yeah, he was here all day. Drinking coffee. He's mentally drained. They look fun. Where's your mum?
So where's me fucking co-commentator?
Co-commentator?
Yeah, Jamie. I better tell him it started.
Yeah.
Jamie! Danger.
Rogers wants to do a session with me as well.
I don't care. I just found out Rogers wants to do a session with Jamie Stevens, and I couldn't care less.
He's gonna jump off the few.
He will. Here we are. First final, Big Guns Rusty Wheeler on the winner's side.
Already on an out, Butters.
Already on an out. Alec needs to beat him twice in the race to 11.
And I actually feel that Rusty needs to pay tax on his if he wins this tournament, because whoever makes those shirts for him, there's no way that they aren't cheap.
Mate, you'd be very happy that the Purple Wiggle is back to the final. What other colour would he wear for Jamie Stevens?
I need to correct this Purple Wiggle statement, because the Purple Wiggle is actually Steve Trent, right? Cupcake. He is, and when I actually spoke about Rusty and the Wiggles, it was actually he's under that.
He is short as all hell on that. He's come up on that ball.
It was actually one of the dancers
Now watch.
for
Now,
the Wiggles that he looks like.
can he get off the inside of the red? Oh my
Jesus, gets up
God.
by 4 foot.
He's tried to play that.
He's looked at his gym to say, "You imbecile! I've just chopped up."
I reckon Alec just plays this one, the one on the top right rail, and just screws back in behind that red there. What do you reckon?
He may not even need to screw into it.
Yeah, but it's a much better way if he does.
Tighter, I agree. But he's not going to do it. He's just going to run up. And I can tell you something now, brothers. Your Gallas, your Bennies, your Jakes, they'll play exactly, even yourself, will play the exact shot you just said.
Even I would have played that
Your
shot, mate.
Alex, though, who is a very much a control master, the degree of difficulty, much less for that shot. If you play a little screw back and you hit exactly, and I mean exactly the spot you need to hit, suddenly the white ball flicks off the rail a bit, you don't have the snooker.
Oh, there you
This
go.
shot from Rusty, that's a very, very good shot.
And he's left Alec bugger all too.
Yeah, and the Chinese snooker to the ball available in the middle makes it all the more.
He won't even take that ball because of that fact.
I think top ball on pretty much the ball on the balk line.
Predictions, just quickly, Jamie.
Oh, geez, I hate to predict this. I'm going to say Rusty's going to take it out in the first set.
I've got 11-7 Rusty.
I've got 100 on it. It says Rusty wins.
That's a good shot from Alec. Clever shot.
I'll tell you what though, if he can get in and play at that angle, it means Rusty can come back down the rail and play at that angle.
Yeah, he might have a bit of action on it.
And he is towed, I believe, so he could even come up the back cushion and just rest hard up on the yellow. If he gets the pace right, well, Alec will be in all sorts of trouble.
Well, the good thing for Rusty is he's left him basically on the same line he was on the last one, so he could play back across the table, but he isn't. Well, he's got around it, potted it, Jamie, and landed fat in his last ball. So he's got out of it nicely, and he's won the first rack.
Oh.
That'll be a bit of relief from him after chopping up a couple of shots.
Well, Butters, I actually didn't even see that because I was swapping headphones with Dad and suddenly he's out.
Yeah, we had some technical difficulties early, but I'm pretty sure we're all back on track now. Almost.
We're good now.
So 1 to Rusty and Rusty's breaks. Good snap here, and he's got a nice early lead. And here we go. Crunch.
Jeez, he smashed the
Doesn't
break.
dive under him with a break, does he?
Mate, that's ridiculous. Red balls all day, Butters.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so, Jamie. He doesn't really have a starter on yellows anyway.
The problem is, even if he just drops this red in the middle, well, actually, you know what? I've just looked at the table. You can actually give this a little bit. Put it, I just force it through a touch.
He's trying to get over behind those two.
And I'll tell you what, when you try and screw off balls that acute in the middle on these tables,
I'll tell you what though, he hasn't done a hell of a lot of damage. He's left Alec one shot, and that's the ball next to the black he can cut across.
and I'll tell you what, I'll tell you something I'll give Rusty credit for, and it's something I've never actually done until today. When I played my match against him, it was today, or yesterday, whenever it was, it's irrelevant. He actually does play a similar shot to nothing style as what Jake does.
Yeah.
You just don't recognise it as much.
Oh, look at this.
Alec has gone straight.
Not only has he not covered it, he's gone straight in off. So
Look at Rusty, he's chopping.
this is two love Rusty all day long.
Alec actually almost threw the wall at him.
He did.
And Rusty will take not much time to go through these, I can promise you. And this is why, I'm telling you now, this is why this man on screen is dangerous.
Yeah,
the frames get racked up that fast. It's
Alec
ridiculous.
will be frustrated because he's made errors that have led Alec into the game, in both the first frames, and he's still going to be 2-zip, which will, and if Alec had to punish him for a couple of them, it would have been a lot harder for Rusty to keep freewheeling.
Yeah,
He had a chance to get the pressure on him early, which is basically the only way to beat him.
Yeah, once this man does get it, he does free wheel very hardcore. He's only that a touch, but it isn't going to matter. Oh, jeez. Black position shot now. It could be interesting.
Yeah, I reckon he might almost change his mind.
I think take the ball over the holes are a correct shot and try and go just past the red. Past the red. Well, he hasn't gone past the red. I think if he goes past the red, he can actually play back down this end of the table. But he's going up and down.
Is he screwing or is he running up and down?
Up and down, here we go. He loves the seating route. Oh, God, I hate Rusty. It makes me lie every time.
Make sure you pot this one. Used all of it, but it's in. Now this is, I reckon Alec really needed to win a couple of the early ones.
Yeah,
and he'll know that as well as anyone. So 2-0 to Rusty. This is.
And this final's been going probably 4 minutes.
It has.
Sure I can get a lift?
He's all over the shop.
Bernie, if you're online and listening, some of your family members confuse me sometimes. I love them, but they confuse me.
They're all off chops. So Alec needs the ball here. He really does.
He certainly does.
Like I said, 4 minutes probably take for those 2 frames.
Rusty's not going to keep making those little mistakes. He's a bit stiff there, Alec. One's jawed out of the middle. Yellows all day long and frame over.
Potentially, yes. If this plant goes right. I tell you, I haven't actually quite got a grasp of how.
Oh, hello.
It wasn't as easy as it looked, obviously. I actually haven't got a grasp of how well Rusty plays, and I'll tell you why. When you watch him cue, his stance is all like it's not.
He's not textbook.
No, he's not at all, and even his action is loopy. It looks all over the shop. And
so
to be honest, if I was to pick him in the crowd and say this guy, you know, what do you think this guy plays like? I'd say he's a muppet. But mate, watch the guy play. He's no muppet. I'll give you the mark right now.
Oh my God, he's tried to play. He's tried to make the cut, hit it as thin as possible to clear that yellow down, and he's missed the pot.
And has fatigue set in already on Alec? I mean, it's been a long day.
Wouldn't surprise me, mate. The guy's, I'm not calling him old, but he's no spring chicken.
And Rusty thrives with this sort of stuff. His opponent makes chop-ups early, gets a big early lead.
That's 3 opportunities Alec's had now, and all very good ones.
And from experience, when I've played Rusty in the past, this is what's happened to me as well. I've had chances, I've chopped them up, and suddenly he's already reeled a couple of frames together afterwards, and before you know it, you're 3 or 4 nil down, and you're just straight under the pump. He just takes no time at all. And I'm looking for the formula, Butters. I'm looking for the solution to stop this man. And I promise you, I'm going to find it, and I'm going to beat him, and I'm going to do it.
I can tell you one thing, mate. The first thing you got to do to beat anyone is take your opportunities.
Exactly right. And look how easy he's gone through these balls. This is a man that's been putting in the time for the big guns. He's just said 10 grand, give that to me immediately. That's all it's been on his mind, I reckon, for the past 2 or 3 months. Because the man owns a business. He just bought Snooker World in Queensland. He actually, believe it or not, does work a fair bit. And doesn't like to punt as well.
Mate,
but he also does put a fair bit of time into the game.
He's undoubtedly one of the superstars of the game. Easily one of the best players probably ever in Australia to watch.
I think so. I think because CueballTV is so commonly streamed in Victoria, and we don't get to see a lot of Rusty Wheeler amongst the, your bench, your Robos.
But have a look at that camera angle. We're seeing a lot of him there, mate.
Yeah, he is giant purpose.
He fills the screen nicely.
I think people just, because there's a lot of Victorian viewers, we just don't consider Rusty in the mix as much as maybe we should. I think Rusty's sent a massive message here this weekend. He's just said, listen, guys. You Victorians, good on you, great players. I'm the man. That's what he said.
You remember, mate, he let one slip at the big guns when Joel had to beat him twice 2 tournaments ago.
Well, and even the fact he's been in the final already. It just shows the talent of the bloke. And, you know, I'm sitting here and all I wanted to do was actually hang shit on Rusty, to be honest. But I have to acknowledge his ability. It's that simple.
You do, mate. This is the three most successful big guns players, mate, have been Ben, Joel, and Rusty, who have all figured in at least 3 lots of the last 3.
Absolutely. And I think the only other bloke that's been in finals was Ron Kelly, and he's only actually played in one big guns, I think. And you know, he's
he played at Prince's.
He's a family man now, and not playing the 8 ball as much as he used to.
He played at Prince's and he got knocked out by a bloke out of the winners half by a bloke named Scotty Matthews, and then he walked off after that match going, who was that guy?
The lack of knowledge.
Yeah. Oh.
And Alec is actually he's looking for trees. Alec is looking for trees to hide behind as he plays. That's a very good safety though, but Rusty will just keep attacking.
I'm still going. Yeah, he's working it out. We're still having a few technical difficulties.
Cheers to Damo Smith. He's just give us a quick phone call to let us know that I'm a bit echoey. Apologise. We're gonna sort this stuff out. At the end of the day, you can still see the pool. You don't hear us imbeciles talk.
Yeah, cheers, Damo.
So Alec is playing the double. Oh, sorry, I've picked the wrong balls. He's on there. He's actually fouling.
He's fouled. Potted Rusty's one that he put over the hole. It's not.
I'll tell you how well I'm going, Buzz. I thought he was 2-0 up. I forgot about the frame we just read. That's how quick this man does it. Look at this shot. Are you kidding me or what? Are you absolutely kidding me or what?
That's got to scare Alec a bit.
Mate, that scares anybody in the room. To be honest, it does. Even Mick Hill looks at that shot and goes, that's ridiculous.
If it wasn't for the fact that he lined it up for 3.5 seconds.
Did it really take that long? Let's be honest, I think it took maybe 1.5.
That was including walking around to it.
Well, walking around, I did feel the movement.
Yeah, here comes a shot now.
Well, he's just going to nudge, he's going to cut this down and nudge the red over the middle. He has missed it, and this out just became practically impossible, one would think.
Yeah, but he'll still give it a go.
I actually think the way he's played that, I think he got a bit slap happy there. I honestly do think he got a bit slap happy there, Butters, because this out's ridiculous, to be honest. It is a ridiculous out.
Could be, but that's how he's probably going to play, mate.
This is going to be a smash double. Well, I don't get that. If he was going to commit there, he had to play the smash double, because this is just an easy out for Alec.
Well, it is an easy out, except he's already made a few mistakes and he's 3-0 down. Other than that, yeah, it's an easy out, and it's in the big guns fight all for 10 grand.
But you're talking about a bloke that's won more tournaments still to date than anyone in the country.
Yeah, I agree.
And represented and captained multiple Australian teams, and a lot of people, when players start to tether off,
some errors.
Yeah, when players start to tether off, they forget about the achievements, and believe me, this man's done more than anyone in the country still today.
Mate, you're absolutely right, mate.
He's still moving a little bit, though, isn't he? Just a touch.
That's gone in the middle of the hole, though, so.
But he's still, it's uncharacteristic. He generally does not move 1 centimetre.
No, he moved a fair bit in the last match, and for a fair bit, for him, I mean, you know, maybe a dozen times.
Now, I don't care what anyone says, fatigue is setting in. It has to. He's been playing so many hours now. And
well, we know he's the Iceman, but he's still human.
Exactly right, and he's just got
bit off angle here, but he'll just run it down.
Damo, if you actually try and contact me again, my phone just died, mate, so you'll have to call Dan or Butters.
Huh. Well, if you remember correctly, he couldn't find my number. Only kidding, Damo. Obviously had a good catch up with him over in Port Lincoln.
Nobody misses out on getting called for an Australian team like Peter Butterworth. Sorry, Dave, mate. That was just for you, mate.
He was over in Port Lincoln for Brenton Collier's wedding, mate. Good to see him after, you know, can't make a stateside these days, didn't go to Nationals.
I know you feel with that one, brother.
Yeah, but you usually make it into the side anyway.
Yeah, I thought I was a bit unlucky last year to not even qualify after the first day and still miss out on the team, but...
he's a bit awkward here.
I think he'll use some right hand side with a bit of stun and he'll make up.
He's running through it, 2 cushions. Oh, no,
he's used right hand side. Look at this shot.
How well has he hit that?
Unfortunately for Alec, he's landed perfect. And he will drop this in and take a 3-1 deficit. And like I said, Rusty went slap happy that frame.
He did.
Can't do that against the experience of Alec Evreniadis. It's that simple.
You'd just be happy to shake the arm out a bit, mate.
Mate, you keep doing that though, and suddenly that 3-1 will go to a 4-3 down.
Yeah.
So
quite possible.
Basically what I'm saying is you can't do slap happiness against a guy of Alec's talent. I mean, even if you get 2 shots, you can't just throw the cue at the balls. You've actually got to have a game plan to pot out.
As we saw, mate, Scotty Matthews made a lot of mistakes in that match. And early he didn't, but later on, Alec punished every one of them. And that was the reason he won 11-6.
And Brenton Collier has decided to get boisterous again in the background and support Alec. Never heard that before, by the way.
Really?
Just kidding.
So you have had a few drinks. All right, Alec to break at 1-3.
Oh, he just dumps it.
He's Benny Noonan.
Benny Noonan is
now,
absolutely all over that.
Don't say it, Jamie. Remember I said it one night.
Politically
called
incorrect.
Benny a politically incorrect word, and I got bent over and digitally raped on CueballTV site.
I've actually said it a heap of times, Butters, but I haven't explained the meaning behind it. But
well, I explained the meaning behind it. Some clown kept going. Eddie 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe it was.
Well, at the end of the day, they're not here. We are, and we call it as we see it. When you dump the white straight and off, you're an imbecile.
Mate, when I said it, Ben actually walked up to the camera after he did it and goes, "Tell everyone I made that politically incorrect word." And I said, "I already have," and I still copped it. This out's another 35-second out for us.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, though, this has actually suddenly got just a touch tricky.
If he can get straight back, he's all right.
Oh, that's spot on. Now he screws back just past the black.
Yeah, just stun out a bit.
So he basically wants to land in between yellow and black here, like that. And
that'll do
this just didn't
come
take
back
long.
to the same position.
And what I'm talking about right now, look at this, and he doesn't even care about running the white.
Mate, he hit that ball, stopped and pulled his pants up before the white stopped moving.
You're right, he did.
He
actually pulls his pants up about 19 times a frame, and he only plays about 8 shots, so sometimes he doubles up.
Well, that's 4-1 in pretty quick time, mate.
And this is what I'm talking about, Butters, with Rusty. That took no longer than 45 seconds to just say, Alec, have your frame. I'll have it back.
Too easy.
And that is why this man is hard to play and beat. Now, I have a lot of trouble with it. So
you and everyone else in the country,
mate, I'm telling you now, I'm gonna wreck this bloke one day. That's him and Jake McCartney. They're my 2 goals. And James Delaney, you just hit me hit list again for beating me today.
How do you not get a ball off that?
That wasn't small.
Reds?
Well, only because you can only pot a red. Oh, you can pot yellows, but...
Yeah, you can pot a red. What's wrong with the one under the yellow? Yeah, the red just under this yellow and going into the right bottom corner.
Yeah, you can clear the yellow away from the black as well.
Just nuts through that gap. Just like that.
Yeah, very good shot there, because if he doesn't actually land this the red in the middle, he doesn't have a shot. So
Now he can play this red in the left middle, hold on the yellow that it's right next to, and that gives him good angle to play the one in the right middle and get up on his dead ball.
Yep, and then he can just float down for his last 3 balls.
So if he's smart and does exactly what we tell him to, that's what he'll do.
Well, what I should have said there, Butters, is that he'd play some other random shot. And that way we knew he wasn't going to play it, and then he'd play exactly that shot we've just said. But he clearly doesn't have the right angle on the red.
He's got the right angle, but he pushed the yellow just into the path of where he wanted to go, I think. So he's changed his mind.
And another good point too to make on the change of mind is great players will be able to readjust if their initial plan and the map of the out doesn't go to plan. They can quickly readjust and work out a new path.
You see it quite often.
Wow!
Geez. You see quite often people they get the pattern in their head and they get a little bit out of position, then a bit more out of position, keep trying to force it and then make the mistake.
Yeah, and that's commonly known as tunnel vision as well.
Yep.
You basically see one out and nothing else. And look at Russ, he just says, "Oh, just knock this ball in." What are you doing chopping that easy shot up? I'll just knock this ball in. And then I'll just knock this one in.
You just stun this.
I'll just put my whole shirt over everything, but still not foul.
Just a bit, come straight back up the middle of the table.
I'll tell you what, I actually quickly jumped on Facebook earlier, and Dan had a picture of a cue ball stream, and it was a picture of Rusty wearing one of the Queensland shirts. And I kid you not, I actually thought he was wearing a dress at first glance. The sleeves were that long.
Oh, he's in trouble here. Might have to play a plan across the table.
How dare you focus back on the 8-ball, Butters, when I'm
sorry,
hanging shit on Rusty.
Sorry, Rusty in a Queensland dress. Got ya.
He was, his sleeves were almost touching the balls. It was ridiculous. Dan will know the picture I'm talking about. And he's missed the plan. I reckon Rusty's free-flying a touch too much. Like, you could have just given that a little bit more care, you know what I mean?
I reckon he's free-flying a touch too much, but he's 4-1 up.
But he could actually have taken a touch more care on that and not made the mistake and be 5-1 up in probably the next 30 seconds.
Yeah, but you know, he's a rhythm player.
He definitely
wants to stay in that rhythm. Yeah, Alec's got to give this a bit to get out.
I actually fancy Alec from here. Well, he didn't want to counter that red like that. Oh, sorry, that yellow like that. And
they're a little bit awkward, these balls.
Awkward. He is in huge trouble, I think.
No, he can play the one in the middle, get back around to him, or can't he?
It's quite thin. He can play, but it is actually extremely thin. In fact, it's actually ridiculously thin. So, and I'm pretty sure this red doesn't pass the other reds.
You're saying it's Scotty Matthews, are you?
I am saying that, yes.
Just going safe here.
He has no choice. Well, he's
misread that again. He
has, but he's got away with it this time.
He's tired, mate. No, I don't think he's got away with it, Jamie.
Oh, right. I think Rusty ideally wants to pop the ball over the kick. Well, he can get through this little gap.
Yeah, even if he was on the other one, he'd still be all right.
Oh, look at this.
Well, I still don't reckon he's in too much strife here. This is a tough shot for Alec.
Yeah, I don't mind the off the side cushion, hit the bottom of the reds, and just try and catch it full ball, leave the white ball pretty much where the red is, and send the red to the bottom cushion.
It's pretty tricky to keep it right where it is.
It is for sure. You got to hit it spot on, but I think it's the only containing shot he has to stay in the frame.
Definitely what he's doing.
And well, he's just over it a touch.
I'll tell you what, I reckon he'll play a swerve, pop the ball up the top, swerve through the gap, mate.
Oh, I reckon he'll take the other ball.
Where's the fun in that?
One thing I've learned about him, he likes the clean pots.
And he's got it. Took its time, but it dropped.
Well,
so this is going to be 5-1.
Give me one too.
It's going to be 5-1 Rusty, Jamie.
I know it's an early call, but oh Jesus!
He's got up quickly on that. Didn't get the cue through.
He'll still pot this.
Oh, he'll be fine, but that's
He's almost taking the piss with this shot. I'm already making the call, but this match is over. I know it's an early call,
It's a very early
but
call.
I'm making the call.
I tend to agree with you. Alec's looking tired out there.
He does. He's fatigued, mate. And I'm telling you now, it's hard not to be. Rusty's just spent the last 8 hours in his hotel room.
Yeah.
Getting nice and fresh, kicking back, probably had a snooze.
Alec's a fantastic player and one of the, as far as concentration goes, one of the best you'll ever see in your life.
And now
If he's losing concentration on shots,
Now
because he's tired.
here's a comic strip if you could ever make one.
Yeah.
Brenton Collier drunk as a skunk holding a beer,
Giving
giving
Alec,
Alec advice. It's normally the other way around.
Yeah, that's... Actually, I don't think Alec even bothers anymore, does he?
Well, I think Alex just said, Brenton, take a walk, you imbecile.
Yeah.
Because, to be honest, the only way that conversation can work is if Brenton's out there and Alex giving him advice. Let's be fair to him about it. That's the only way that conversation can work.
Yeah, this is true. Well, he's been giving Brenton advice for 30 years.
Oh, and he's dumped it again.
Done another Benny.
Get rid of that 9-ball, Q Alec.
Well, it was working for him the last couple of matches, but what do you reckon? 6-1 in about 40 seconds?
I'm going to give it a minute 10.
Got to. Oh, yellows are better balls except for the red down here.
Well, I actually like reds.
Yeah, it's just a couple of awkward ones.
Well, it's just that one in the middle on the right.
Yeah, I'll just play the other red off it.
Well, he's taking your advice, buddy. He's going yellows. So
Yellows look better.
I actually much prefer red. There's just less to do with reds. You've only got to deal with that one ball inside rail. With yellows, you've got to deal with this ball that he's sort of near at the moment. That he's about to play.
He tried to get on that.
Yeah, and also the ball inside rail. You like obviously
He's
double
screwing
it.
around the red here.
Look at this shot. That is actually, well.
That's a huge shot. It leaves him on the one ball. That gives him
I'll actually
trouble.
promise you, there's about 3 blokes in the room that play that shot around the red.
Alec can't really afford to lay this up. It doesn't cover anything anymore. He might have to roll it in, then play the double on his other end and have a crack at going game.
Yeah, he's
I don't see any other options.
Jamie Carney's actually rocked up, by the way, just so you know. He's had about 19 hours sleep, and suddenly he's fresh as daisy. Thinks he can drink again.
So if anyone wants to see him tomorrow morning, it's not going to be pretty.
yeah. Actually, Jake did win this, win the Anzac Cup last year blind drunk, so it's probably a good time to buy him in the Calcutta. He's a weird unit, Jake.
I don't like that shot, Jamie.
Well, neither do I, because it just gives Rusty a chance to have a dip. And like that, he just took the double on like it didn't mean anything because he's got the cover on the red.
And especially if he hasn't left him on the double.
Oh, I swear they must deliberately goes down and plays those shots as quickly as possible to say to you, like, because what happens is you put the cover over the ball, and then suddenly, oh, geez, I'm a shot behind again, and he delivers the message in very, very quick fashion. Although that yellow that this is a very good shot, excellent shot there from Alec. How quick will Rusty play this shot? I think he might take at least 10 seconds. So swerve is the order of the day.
He's too close to it, surely. No, he's going around.
I tell you what, when I watch Rusty on the ball, I don't even know there's a miscue half the time.
Well, he's covered the pocket better for Alec.
I'll tell you what, if I'm Alec here, I actually just double this out off 2.
Yeah, just punch it out.
Oh, he's not doing it. What is he doing?
He can't be trying to
Surely
take
he's
it
not
off.
going to pot it.
Really?
Well, I don't agree with that shot at all.
That's amazing.
Well, he's actually got a pretty good result.
He might have almost got the foul snooker.
No, I don't think so. Absolutely
No,
not.
he wouldn't be on the red. He wouldn't be on the yellow at the back anyway.
And, well, I think actually that's a bit lucky not landing because all Rusty's got to do is just kick the yellow out, otherwise he's out. I just don't understand that shot from Alec. That was like a desperate attempt to hope that Rusty misses.
How's that for a shot?
It wasn't small. Still got to play a big out here.
Yeah, but he's got it.
look at him check that up
This
off
is
the
a
back row.
fantastic shot.
For the viewers at home that don't actually realise what a good shot that is, it's actually ridiculous because it come off the rail dead straight. If you think that was just the natural path, you're off your head because he had so much side on that to check it up off the rail. Well, not heaps, but enough to check it up straight. Very talented shot.
That was the beauty of the shot, though. It wasn't too much. It wasn't not enough. He's done it perfectly.
Absolutely.
It's a very hard shot to do. Well, he likes this in this pocket. And if he makes this shot, it opens the pocket up for his other yellow, which he'll come around off 2 cushions for. And just like that. Now the yellow should pass the red. And the black should pass the red on the other side. He's in a bit of strike now because he can't pot the yellow. Alec's got a bit of insurance here. He'll try and play a shot where he's got a red to come back down inside that yellow. Just weighing up which one to take to get on it.
Yeah, look, from here, Alec should not lose this frame. It's that simple.
Yeah, should knock this in and then play the red, play the lowest red back down inside the yellow, which is what he's doing. He's a bit wide, but he can still play the same shot if he wishes.
I don't think he will now. I don't think he will now, but I reckon he'll just knock the red off the side rail. Actually, he might be on this ball, isn't he? I've only said that assuming he's actually not on an easy pot at the far end of the table with the ball.
Yeah, those two might stop each other.
I don't believe the intention is to blast this out, surely. No, he's just playing it down there. And he's saying, Russ, you know what? I'll brain you, son.
You put the black onto the red. Except it still won't pot the red, I don't think.
No, it's pretty thin, you're right, mate. I think it'd be tough to pot this red, but if he does get this shot right, it's a special. Well, he does.
Well, that's a great shot. That's a very good shot.
Mate, it is because the viewers out there go, oh yeah, he just popped the red with the black.
It wasn't that easy.
But it's actually the accuracy required to play the shot at that distance.
He had to hit the red perfect half ball and then pace enough to get it back and still leave the other red covered.
And I think sometimes when you watch the stream, and especially if you don't play the game that much yet, then you're watching these shots, the appreciation factor may not be as high as what it potentially could be. I mean, obviously myself and Butters certainly appreciated that shot of how well it was judged. And that is because we do realise how hard a shot that was.
Well, he's just overrun a touch of what he would have wanted.
Yeah, he wanted to be off the rail so he gets stunned into the red off the side rail.
Yeah, he's high angle. He's got a bit too much angle to hold for the one he wanted to play back down here.
This is not a bad shot either. Play the double and then just obviously get back behind these 2 reds. You can even soft double it, play the bottom one on bulk. Well, that's what he wanted to do.
Now he's got to roll it in and play the same shot again. Just roll it down here.
Yeah, I think he'll actually have a dip here and play the blast because the only thing that can really happen is the yellow can really only go to the bottom rail. And he has so many snooker options available to him after that.
That's not entirely correct. If he catches it, if he plays the red off it, and he catches it a bit thick,
yeah, it could
it's
come
going
off
to
the
come
top
half
of the
ball
red.
and thin off the red. It'll be straight back out into
You're
play,
right.
and the red will be average.
You're absolutely spot on. But I think cushion first here. I wouldn't play the. I'd play this cushion first, not ball first.
Yeah, concentrate on killing the yellow.
That's what he's done. But the shot you just said, Butters, is what happened. He left it in play.
But he's still all right.
Yeah.
He's made sure he was on this red.
Oh. How do you like playing this at 5-1 down, though, Butters?
I don't, mate. Especially if I'm off angle, if that red won't go under the black.
Yeah. And I tell you what, I don't reckon it does.
Well, what he can do is just run through. Oh, he's screwing on this. This is a huge shot.
He's backing himself. I don't mind that he's backing himself. Look at this. He's just tried to back himself to the hill. Look at this result. Well,
That's a result.
It isn't. Well, it is. If the red goes nowhere near there, it's a guaranteed loss of frame.
Yeah, Rusty just plays his bottom side soft.
He didn't even bother checking to see what's going on. He just goes, I'm just going to play this shot. But he's chopped it up. And I think that sometimes, if I was ever going to pick a downfall in Rusty, sometimes it's just a little bit too quick to just go and play these tricky shots.
I think he could have played that just with a little bit of drag and right hand side and left himself the angle.
I actually felt he had to punch stun it more than drag it to pull the red right out of there.
What do you do? Play it on 2 cushions or just nudge it around?
I'll tell you the shot I don't mind here, Butters, and that's to clip the black onto the red, send the red off the side cushion to the bottom row and take the white ball up the other end of the table. And that's what he's done.
That's the shot, mate. That's a very good call, Jamie. And he's played it to perfection.
First time in 3 years I've picked a very good tactical shot, Butters. And
how well has he executed
well, I'm about
that?
to go to the toilet and just fix myself up with that. That was a very good call by me for a change.
That was a fantastic shot.
And Alex just thought to himself, well, you know what, that was a very good shot. But I'm actually sure Alec would have thought that shot too.
Well, I think, what do? You cut the top red onto the bottom one and run the angles back around, get high and tight on the left-hand side of the table.
You actually don't have a choice.
Yeah.
This shot, and not only was the choice of shot correct, but the weight of the shot. To put the white ball very close to hard up in the back row was ultra important.
And dead set, right in the middle, so he's just left him no angle.
Yeah, so let's say the white ball's on the balk line instead. This shot becomes 10 times easier than what it currently is.
Yep.
Don't be surprised if he
actually still playing the cut here.
Well, he's just going to try and get some movement in front of the black. Well, no, he's gone. Look at this shot. Oh, that is absolutely unfortunate. However, if he doesn't go in off, look at the shot he would have been faced with. A red on the rail, a white probably would have been on the back. Rusty's taken less than a second to get the white ball out of the pocket and didn't play this shot. He says,
so 6-1 Rusty.
He's like, stiff Alec, but like, boy.
Now that, just for everyone watching, that wasn't a bad shot by Alec. It was, you either had to play a very tough safety or a very tough pot and hope for a bit of luck.
It was actually
he made a great
shot,
and he got stiff.
Very, very good shot, and yes, you're right, Butters. He's just been stiffer as a honeymooner to fly into that middle like that.
Hard to see it come back from here when Rusty's layering like this, because chances are he will run enough racks to get there.
That's it, mate. When you've got a big deficit already so early in the match, and your opponent's got so many breaks, and the fact that your opponent runs so many racks, oh, he just smashes the red in the corner with the cannon. Well.
Squeeze the yellow underneath.
Yeah, he says yellows, and he'll punch this red out of the way. This can go wrong.
You can't belt this, you just got to hit it at a nice pace. Like that.
Very good shot. Oh, he just pushes the red in the way. That's a little bit unlucky. He just sort of looked into the crowd to say, what's going on there?
When I said nice pace, he hit it 1 kilometre an hour too fast. You just play the double, mate, no dramas.
Mate, he has got this table.
Easy game, isn't it?
He really does. And I think Rusty's still wearing his Lord of the Ring there. And I've actually, we've actually had a few comments about the ring, because I got a ripper photo of Rusty in England one year where he had a bit of a funny face and he had the ring showing. And I put a caption of something like, but no, I don't want to take the ring and put it into the fires of Mount Doom. A bit basically a Lord of the Rings comment. And so we're going to try and get Rusty when he does his speech to say one ring to rule them all. See if he does it, and I'm sure you'll appreciate that comment, Butters, being a Lord of the Rings fan yourself.
Correct, mate, and I actually have the same ring.
But it's actually a real trademark of Rusty, that big gold ring around his neck. In fact, if I get married to Colby, the same thing will happen with me. I'll pretty much wear it around because I've got retarded fingers. So,
mate, he's having a crack here.
Well,
what's he doing? Push and catch the yellow half ball.
Look at this shot. Well, he hasn't got it right. But
no, that's all right. He'll just double it.
Well, you got to.
Well, he's still in control with the blackberry.
Well, no, that black actually goes inside the yellow. I'm sure of it.
Well,
that's not ideal.
Now, there's a truck through that yellow where the black is, so Alec actually has a big chance here to peg one back. But when you're 6-1 down, it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter if you're the Iceman or the Fireman, it's tough.
The balls are still a bit awkward too, Jamie. Two reds in it together.
Well, I think you screw up the rail and land on the far one.
If that bottom one doesn't go, he might be in a bit of strife.
Yeah, he's under hit that a fair bit. Well, he is on the closer one, so...
I hope he is, because he's going for it.
Indeed he is, and so he's still in good position here to take this frame.
Just take this now, Jamie, and play the red token closest to the top left, come around, play the other one, come straight back down this, the right side of the table.
Yeah, and when you're 6-1 down,
To get on this red?
I'm pretty sure he's getting on the bottom red. This is what I'd be doing too. I don't want to get rid of this red as soon as... Oh, wow. He's used side. I was just about to say, Butters, before he's played that shot, when you're 6-1 down and you're playing out of this, for some reason, when you're that far behind, you want the white ball to be perfect every single shot, and it makes you just do silly things.
Rusty will take the one over the hole.
Absolutely, I do. Well, he might actually pot the... I thought he might pot the ball in the middle first, but...
No, I'll take the one over the hole, leave yourself, you know, 3/4 ball to just drift out for play it in the middle. I don't know why you leave yourself there.
I don't think Rusty cares anymore. I think he just doesn't think he can miss. I think he's just realised, geez, that was a bad shot.
That's a horrible shot.
Yeah, he stood up and really, he just goes to himself, what are you doing? You imbecile, it's a terrible shot. But then he just likes to, he loves to load up. He loves it. And look at this, he just loads up. I'll just put this in the jaw. Oh, I don't mind being Steve Woods for a shot. And
what wouldn't you jack up?
It actually makes me sick because that is such a good shot as well. Once again at home, if you didn't think that was a good shot, you're off your head. That was a very good shot.
Who jacks up on that ball?
Seriously,
anyone but Rusty.
And I'll tell you what, Mick Hill's in the room, a multiple world champion. If he's not actually himself appreciating Rusty's exhibition right now, then I don't know what's going on, because I think the difference would be if Mick Hill was actually playing and not Alec, you'd probably find that Mick Hill would be getting those outs where he's getting the chances. And then someone to score would be 7-1 would be maybe 3-4 or 4-3.
And that being the case, Rusty would probably be missing a couple more than he is. Just a little bit more pressure playing Mick Hill.
I'll tell you one thing, Butters, I am buzzing a little bit about this weekend, because so far every bet I've had has come off.
Can you please put some money on me for tomorrow, please?
Well, I've had a bet on Rusty when he got the double chance of $1.50. It wasn't big odds. I just chucked a lazy 100 on him for something to do. I'm looking good.
There's another pineapple in the king, mate.
That's exactly right, mate. I thought that's covered the bar tab for a couple of hours, but Jay McCartney's on the drink with me all of a sudden.
So it's
fresh as the Davies. Well, that'll last 3 minutes basically at $50 note.
Good chance here for Alec. Reds are good. Only one to move, and it's easy to move.
Yeah, well, he's got a link. He's got a ball to do it.
He does.
Now, once again, I'm apologising if every viewer that is watching does have a good knowledge of the game, but I still like to try and give an insight to the guys that don't play the game at a high level. And when I guess what I'm saying here is, when you first look at this pack, at this table, you think, oh, there's no out on here. In actual fact, there is, and the shot that Alec's just about to play now will prove just as that. Now,
He's got a bit unlucky there.
yeah, it hasn't turned out as you'd like, but the point of the matter is, you need to look. If you've got a cluster of balls and you want to attack the game, you need to look for a way to develop those balls. And straight away, Alec looked for that.
And generally to do it as early as possible, and he managed to get perfect on it in his first ball. It didn't come off how we wanted.
No,
It was still the right shot.
He was a bit unfortunate by getting the yellow and red stuck together like that, but he's going to persevere, and if he can get through the bottom ball, he might be okay. just stopped on a dime for a sec,
Yeah, I'm
didn't
pretty
it?
sure he's just trying to get up behind that then. So
Well, he was, but did you see how fast that white ball stopped all of a sudden? That was very strange.
watch this snooker.
Well, you can't just run behind this dead weight and get a snooker. The rules have changed.
Yeah, he'd be punching the yellow up the table.
White ball bottom centre of the table in the room. No, he's played it dead weight.
It's a good shot.
Very good shot. And that actually had to be hit perfect too, because if you hit slightly off ankle, the white ball actually flies. So, good shot.
Rusty, one shot off the back cushion, got one of the ones in the middle, or two cushions to try and get behind that yellow. The bottom left.
Well, don't be surprised if Rusty goes cross table and tries hitting the ball at the corner. If not, two cushions, he's going to try and land behind this yellow. And he hasn't hit it hard. Well, the rails have killed him a bit there. His angle was perfect, but the rails just caught hold of him a touch, and that will be a foul snooker.
Foul snooker, so he'll take ball in hand.
He does a bit of a hand signal and says that means ball in hand. Rusty, give it to me immediately.
Either that or he was saying, you're hot at the moment, Rusty.
So just looking at the angle he's got here, I think he's just going to play to clip the left-hand side of the three reds that he's heading towards with this pot.
Plant fat into this yellow, one straight below it.
Oh, I've called it to a T, Butters. I've called it an absolute T. And he's spot on, and he will play the closer of the two yellows. Oh, okay, I'm wrong there.
No, you play that, he's got enough angles to stun the other thing.
Fair enough. I just thought it was easy to just play the run through and then play the last one and stun up onto the black. But his angle's perfect to screw back here.
Come back off the cushion first.
I don't reckon he'll do that. I reckon he'll just stun back just past where he is now. Well, he's actually unneeded a touch, but he's not going to care. He's got two. This is a frame that he will not lose.
Two when he shouldn't need them.
But he's going to be smart about it.
He's done a Jamie Stevens.
He has done a Jay Stevens. Jay Stevens is very well known for using his two-on shots like that.
You're a genius at using two-on shots like
I
that.
am. My pace is pretty good with those sort of things.
I've played with you a few times and I've looked at you and gone,
What are you doing?
mate, I know you do, and why? But whatever works, mate.
I've always been a fan of doing that and just making it simple. I trust my judge of pace.
Mate, you know me, I'm more of a fan of leaving it on the wrong side of the drawer and having to pot it off a cushion.
You love to layer up. And just to let you know, VJ Randall for the third time running, the third night running, has just passed out rambling at locations in Bahrain. This kid cannot fire.
He's trying to dance with me, misses before.
I'll tell you what, if I can get some toothpaste, I'll put it all over his eyebrows.
Alright, here we go. Rusty.
That's pot everything.
Successful break. He's going to have to take reds probably, which won't bother him much. There.
No, red's the balls in my opinion.
Going the way I would have thought, but he just does whatever he wants.
Well, here's the thing though, Butters. If Alec runs a rack or two together, then he's going to stop doing whatever he wants. Even though he's still got a 3-frame gap, he's going to stop whatever he wants to do because he's going to pull his head in and say, okay.
Someone just dropped their cue case and that woke up VJ.
I think Graham's done that on purpose, actually, to try and take the piece.
I didn't say they accidentally dropped it. I just said they dropped it. Anyway, Rusty's flying along here. He'll take the one into the corner now.
Yeah, and he's just going to make sure he lands in this middle as straight as possible. Well, he's undid that a touch, but... well, actually, that's probably not a very good spot to land at all.
No, he probably just roll into the yellow, play it long.
Spot on, Butters. And,
well, he doesn't have to play long. He can still cut it and come on two cushions if he gets some gear on it. Which
that's exactly what he's doing. He loves to play with side, Rusty. You'll see some left-hand side off the cushion, and there it goes.
He's underhit a touch, but he'll be okay.
Well, he'll be devastated about that. And the purple-shirted master will take an 8-2 lead, and I'm telling you now, this match is well and truly over.
That's a good out. I think about 3 things went to plan out of those 8 shots.
Off the back rail? Probably. I've just been asked by Graham Rowe, did he play that blank on the side? The answer is probably yes, he does, because I think he actually plays nearly every shot with side.
I'm not for a second comparing myself to Rusty, but I play every shot with side because I can't hit middle ball.
He does me heading. He really does. He plays that many shots with bottom, extreme side. I've watched him line up the ball before. It looks like he's eating the cloth, not even the white ball.
He's a big fan of the drag shot too, which I love.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you are actually one of the best drag shot players in the game, Butters. And
they call me the drag queen for nothing, mate. That might actually have nothing to do with me game.
So Alex busted out the 9-ball cue again. He breaks.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's caught both jaws in the other middle.
And he has a pretty good spread here. Reds will absolutely be undeniably the choice.
Especially if that red passes into the middle. Which it does, yeah. Does for sure.
And the bottom red will pass to the corner as well. And black is also.
Might be a slightly awkward starter if he should be able to get a bridge hand down there without too much trouble.
Nah, this is perfect, but this angle is actually not as extreme as it looks on TV. And this actually, if he doesn't get this out from here, then he doesn't deserve to win the match. That's how I look at this. This out doesn't come much better than this. And if you're going to win at this stage of the tournament, must make these outs.
Totally agree, mate. It doesn't get much better than that. Now, I don't like this already.
Yeah, basically, if you're off the rail, you do like it. Because he's on the rail, it's already got a little bit awkward. But
if you had to do absolutely nothing with this shot, fair enough. But
I think he does, Butters. I think he's just got to run through.
You need to get through.
I think all he's got to do is play naturally, run through. He's just got the dead weight shot in the middle. So I think he's okay.
He's played that well with conviction.
He's played that very, very well. He had more angle than I expected, but regardless of the fact, he's in a good position right now to carry on with this out.
Just run through about 3 inches on this.
Oh, he's just twitched a little touch it.
Tell you what, how did that go?
He just twitched a touch there at the end. But he's all right.
Just a little soft stun just to kill the weight. Or,
yeah, I think it'd be having the white
he's just dropping it in, running through.
Okay. So he prefers to play the dead screw back rather than the stun off the rail, Butters. I actually prefer to play the stun off the rail there. He prefers to play the straight screw back.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, Jamie, whatever floats your boat, whatever you're comfortable doing.
Absolutely, but I just feel the stun shot is just a natural shot, whereas that one you've actually put work on the white. Either way, it doesn't matter. 7-3. The cheer squad from SA starts to fire up, being Nathan Neems and
Nathan Neems, also
Nathan
known
Neems
as
and Nathan Neems, actually.
Zach Diggity Bunch Shell and Peas.
Yeah. I've got to actually say, Nathan Neems, he is not the sharpest tool in the shed, is he?
Mate, we were discussing him earlier.
22-year-old kid stuck in a 40-year-old man's body.
With a 3-year-old's head.
Yeah. I tell you, apparently they were slaying it over in SA.
Bag and VJ were actually just mentioning that he
apparently
fell asleep for the 20.
Done nothing but lip up for 3 days and just hang shit on everyone here. We're not allowed to say a couple of.
We're terrible people for saying that he's fallen asleep 3 times today.
You don't know what's going on in Melbourne for the last 3 or 4 days. Quiet down. We weren't even really bagging him out. We were just saying he was having a kip.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, people take such things to heart. Anyway, we're having a quick break. And I think probably Alec would have caught this break. Done the Ben Noonan toilet stop.
Good chance. Rusty will take the opportunity to go over smoke, I guess.
And I will take the opportunity to take a quick break myself.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
Well, the bloke certainly took a quick break, and sorry to delay the action, but these guys are getting on with it. And obviously I've just turned up, so I'm not sure who's on what, so obviously you guys at home that have continued to watch will know what's happening. I'll catch up shortly.
So obviously Alex on reds. I've caught up. Butters, you've arrived just in time for me to know what's going on. And well, actually gets his shot. Oh Jesus! Oh yeah, two. Well, there you go. I didn't realise that. Not quite, no. And geez, the way he's playing, this looks like he's playing a snooker. No, he's playing a snooker. He is tightened right up all of a sudden. Well, at the end of the day, well, where's this red going near the black? I don't. Well, it does indeed. Interesting shot. You're right. I haven't.
The thing is, if Rusty comes out of this, it's one of these bottom two yellow axes. Alex in the same position he was, so he benefits nothing.
Yeah, and he's a good chance to just nudge the bottom, the closest of the two yellows onto the pack of the red and the black. If he gets it close, then that red's shut down.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what he's done, but he's missed it completely. He actually used a touch aside, do you think?
Not only that, he's put him on his tough red.
And oh, geez, Brenton's in the background, jumping up and down like a chimpanzee, and
I think Rusty's just trying to do too much with that.
I think you're right. I think maybe it looked like maybe even tried to chip off it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. All he had to do was hit one of them, and Alec was no better off. He wasn't going to go game if he wasn't the time before that. So
yeah, no, they're really trying to get behind him out of the SA boys. You got Nathan Neves
calling out great shot on that. And Alec knows it was basically an unmissable shot.
Alec is actually used to this from these imbeciles when they get drunk, but he actually won't want to hear it. He's actually having a smile. You take 3 down. He's actually enjoying it.
Well, what's not to enjoy, mate? He's in a match where if he loses, he gets what, 4 or 5 grand?
I think it's 4.
4 if they didn't chop.
Yeah,
you'd assume they didn't chop.
Oh, I'm going to assume they didn't. If Rusty's got a double chance, he wouldn't have chopped at all.
Maybe if Alec won the first, but.
Well, I think they actually played a very good shot there, to be honest. He didn't want to actually collide in that red, he wanted to go past him. He does have the shot up to the corner. He'll just be clipping the red, and he's actually want to give us a touch.
He's moving around a lot.
Well, his head's just above the scoreboard. How much does it move? Not very much.
That's a good shot.
And you didn't be attributed to how much he didn't move either on the shot. And Nathan and if you can't hear that, there's something wrong.
This will test how he's feeling, because you really want to get Posy on the next red.
Yeah, this shot here, you really want to screw back to the middle pocket.
Yeah, you do.
And this is not an easy shot on these tables. I'll tell you right now.
Not at 8-3 down in the final of the big games.
Regardless, it's actually a hard shot.
With a Westgate bridge.
Look at the queuing that he's got to use too. Now, actually, has he used his 2 yet?
No, he's still got 2.
Well, he can promote if he wants to.
But it's still awkward to get on the other red.
No, he's going to promote. This is a smart shot, Butters, because he's going to promote in such a way where he can actually come off side cushion.
Yeah, I agree. It's awkward. If you just run it down over the hole, it's an awkward one to get on, but he's just all right.
No, that's perfect.
He's good.
That is absolutely perfect. Now, the shot here, though, obviously, you've still got to pick a gap between yellow and red.
Just a little bit of running side, mate. You come straight up for it.
Yeah. But at 8-3 down, sometimes you can just sort of not quite get the shot right. But still has the experience to probably come out here.
It's running side, he'll come out nicely. Only thing he can do is overhit it. And he's hit it beautiful.
Well, if you want to be critical, it's a touch overhit. I don't think the black goes in the middle. So it probably is a touch overhit.
Well, you can't really. It's a bit dangerous screwing off it, but he might not have a choice.
No, he may have to actually
chip it off 2 cushions.
No, I'm actually thinking he can actually play it straight down past the black with some side and play it from the middle.
Yeah, that's a small area to land in, though.
Yeah, you're right about that.
2 cushions and check it up. Played in the right bottom. Yeah, that's what he's done.
Yeah, but he's belted it.
He's overhit it.
Well, Nathan Neves has called Big Out Brother already. Let's hope that he does pull his weight for Nathan Neves' sake. Otherwise, he could end up being knocked clean out.
Yeah, you don't want to upset Zach.
There we go.
Yeah, that's a good out.
And I'm telling you right now, the only reason these guys are screaming and carrying on is to try and get under Rusty's skin. No other reason.
Which won't work.
Well, it could rattle him a touch, but you're right, Rusty handles the stuff pretty well.
Won't work until it's a lot closer. Rusty gives enough grief to know how to cop it.
He does, you're right about that.
Yeah, I think the dress code for the finals went out the window.
Yeah, it was meant to be pants.
Scotty was in dress code. He was. He was in all black, and it was very slimming.
That's actually a good call, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really take away from what we're witnessing right now and the talent of the players. So let's not get too critical about the whole situation.
Yeah. Sorry if the lack of dress codes are bothering anyone.
About the only person that would bother the dress code would be if Fletcher Jones sponsored the event, and they haven't got on board this year. So
Reds are the balls, Jamie, and he doesn't have a good starter. He might just have to run this down the rail. But
well, he's on them already if he chooses, so it's probably not a bad option.
Yeah, but it's still, it only covers one yellow. I don't like it. I don't see a lot of
and
options.
he'll just update that score to 8-4 as well. And I'm telling you now, if he does actually cover the hole and pulls an 8-5 in, Max is alive. And he's deliberately tried to cover though.
It's covered the ball he wanted to cover anyway.
But if it doesn't cover the ball, it's to the just to the left of the ball over the right corner pocket.
Which Rusty's about to get on.
Exactly right. And now he will play this off the red and open up the pocket. So little shots like that where you think, oh yeah, I've covered the ball, can suddenly be a nightmare.
The yellow under the black, does it go in the middle?
Well, it doesn't matter anymore because he's kicked it out, Butters.
It does now. Well, he's fine on this, but he can get it. He can even take the one over the hole if he wishes.
This actually looks really thin. And actually, if he does take this ball in the middle, I'll be surprised because this is mega thin. So I think you'll see him take the ball in the corner. And,
I think he'll try and get on it better and develop the one on the cushion next to it.
Yeah, and I think he'll just play for the ball in the middle here. There we go. And he may even he may not even try and develop the yellow. He may just take the pot on. Because when you look at it, if he floats up here, takes his pot on into the corner and lands right behind the yellow on the rail, he can just drop it in, and then he's got his final yellow down the other end of the table.
Depends how he's feeling. He can take the one on the rail now.
And you know what, Butters, you're spot on. That's exactly what he's doing. But he's missed that by a kilometre. Lift your eyes. Very smart comment there. Lift your eyes.
Still not sure what the hell's going on or coming out of their mouths, but
it's just a trickery of words, Butters. Lift your eyes. It means eyes at the same time.
Right.
Trickery of words.
Gotcha. Yeah. Very clever.
Very surprised to hear that come out of something like Nathan Neems or Brett Colley's mouth.
Yeah,
they must have learnt that on somebody else.
Must have written that down for them.
Yeah, either that or they've...
they can't read, actually.
They put electric shocks through their system until they remembered it.
Got a tricky shot here.
Oh, that's not awesome.
That's not awesome.
I don't know about you, Butters, but I'm actually wanting to stun right across there and land on the ball in the bottom rail first.
He can run this across dead weight. If he does that though, you want to make sure he catches it fine enough so the white runs up towards the black and inside the red that he's above. He won't want any contact.
Actually, I don't like this shot, Butters, I've got to say. And, well, he's got over the kick. But it may potentially not be enough. Rusty can chip this ball in the top corner, get an angle to just get on the ball in the middle and come down table. And if he can get an angle to come offside cushion, just nudge the yellow and make it onto the right corner. And it's very simple to sit here and say that shot, but the actual white ball control required to firstly get on the yellow to play that shot, and then play the shot and make the kick, two different things.
He can take this one up the top now and screw down and get on it in the other side.
He's looking at a face cut double, I think. Well, he's loading up right hand side with a face cut double. So he is actually like just playing. He's actually playing ridiculous shots.
Perfect if he gets a couple of inches further, mate.
Yeah, he had a good shot to nothing, didn't he? I think James Della's joined in as well, has he, on the party? He has.
From Alec, this is shot right now.
Well, he just moved a bit there. He stood up and got back down. What's going on?
Get on the ball in the middle now, Jamie.
And Nathan Neems has just taken it to the next level. And
thank God the cameras aren't on him.
He's got a head for radio, hasn't he? Not that I can talk, but that head's no good.
Tell you what, he's only just snuck that pot in.
He has. And he actually used a touch aside too to pull the wire off the raft with this ball in the middle. And without doubt he'll play it, start off the bottom cushion, come pretty much through the gap, massive gap to come between yellow and black. And here it comes, and oh jeez, he's hit it with a touch aside. That's actually a terrible shot. Look, when you look at all you do is just stun it. There's no side required, you just stun it. And suddenly the SA cam, it's like in unison, the Germans put tape over their mouths and said, "Shut up, I'm going to gas you." That was incredible. All at once, it's like they all took the drinks to their mouth so they couldn't talk. Oh, well, he's hit it, but not good enough, and Rusty will take this frame, I'm pretty sure. Don't worry, mate, he uses that much side every shot. Well, I actually think you played a plain ball. It looked to me like plain ball. Dan, I want you to rewind. I want to be right. But I want a chance to be right for two nights and two things for one night. And Rusty will take a 9-4 lead. Now, this is a big lead. Well, that looks simultaneous to me. It was pretty close, man. It was hard to judge. Let's be fair, we're both right there. I refuse to admit defeat that was cushion first. It looks simultaneous. And look at the break here. Oh, do you think red yellow's the balls there, Butters? There's a yellow right over the kick. Oh, jeez, that's rolled a mile. And I can tell you it's actually not the roll, it's the nap. The nap on these cloths is massive, and we're actually not used to that anymore. We're getting pretty good cloth these days in our comp tables, and we're not used to a heavy nap like that. Oh, well, this visitor will for sure. Not saying he can't work back into the frame, but at this visit, not happening. And he straight away sets the ball over the kick and says, well, I'm in trouble, I've got to put a ball over the hole. Russ. Yeah, he's just going to kick it straight out, I think. Yeah. He's just kicking it out. He's just basically saying, you know what, Alec, cover that all you like. It means nothing anymore. Just move the yellow. And now really the only problem ball is the one to the left-hand side of the table. I'm just analysing this myself, and I actually probably prefer to double the red off the side cushion onto the black and try and kill the black. He's actually decided, oh, that's not a bad shot. Look at this shot. Well, he's just caught the red. His idea obviously there was to double the black side cushion back across to the rail and kill the black, but unfortunately he's caught the red, and Rusty will have an opportunity to take the frame. Into the middle and go, oh wow, he's missed that by 4 foot. Pretty sure that's not what it was, but good recovery for him. And Alec's still in a world of hurt. I'm actually just myself just trying to think of a shot here to stay in the frame, and it's no easy task. I think in this situation you're actually forced to at least make one pot, and you don't want it to be the ball over the kick. But Alex, all his focus right now is trying to work out how to kill this black. That is his primary focus right now, is how do I kill this black ball? And exactly, that's why I'm saying he probably needs to pot a ball to at least get himself in a position to play the shot. But I think maybe he's looking to play the double and try and kick it down onto the black or something. I'm not sure, but it really is a horrible situation he's in. And he's just trying to create as much traffic as possible, but yeah, unfortunately all he's done is just cleared a path. And Rusty says, thanks Alec, I'm going to go on the hill, I'm going to win this tournament in about the next 5 minutes. So he'll still take the ball over the kick here, and this will just naturally progress down the table. Yeah, absolutely. All he's got to do is, well, actually the position on the black still needs to be spot on for his last transitional shot. Absolutely, but he still needs to make sure that his transition to the final yellow is absolutely spot on for position on the black. And little things like that, when the balls are all over the holes and he looks really easy. As you can see right there, he points with his cue to say, I want to land here and I want to run through the shot and I want to land on the black in the bottom left corner. And that is perfect, I think. Yeah, you're right, just a touch more, but he won't be worried about it. He's still going to be okay. And well, he plays for the middle instead, and no stress there. And he will take a 10-4 lead and be on the hill, and Alec can afford 0 more mistakes. Yeah, like I said today, he just didn't look beatable pretty much from the start of the tournament, to be honest, but as he just annihilated all of his path. And I think maybe I can almost take credit for taking the most frames off the bloke, which is nothing special because it's nowhere near a win. But when the bloke's in form like this, I'm kind of half happy about the whole situation. Crazy Dave, just to answer your question about if this is strong cloth or not, I'm pretty sure it's not. The good quality strong cloth does not have a nap that pulls the white ball in about 2 inches. Yeah, you will find that these tables are probably manufactured in the China vicinity. However, as I actually gave these tables absolute canning on Wednesday night in the Della versus Robbo match, and I have reneged on a lot of what I said. It's all about getting used to them. They do play, the actual beds of the tables play brilliantly, and they actually force you to cue the ball well. But it's just the rails that are very, very challenging. They really keep you on your toes. I'm not a massive fan by any means, but I can see the appeal. Without doubt.
And Jojo and Tracy Heath for running it. Bar 8's been fantastic. Benny Georgia. Just a ripper weekend, just as good as it was last year, mate. Probably a few more runners this year, which is a good thing. They've done an extremely good job to finish, even though it is late at the moment. It's an amazing job to get through that amount of matches and race to 11s in that amount of time.
Absolutely, and Alex is sure to take that red off the yellow, I'm pretty sure there. But anyway, yeah, right, and obviously we can't forget Dan. I think Dan's actually put more hours in than any player.
As always.
And played in all the tournaments. And smashed up a few
He
players.
certainly did well. He's getting some results, which makes running CueballTV pretty awkward when he's actually on the table.
Yeah. We had a few. You may have probably missed a few semis or a few finals earlier. Unfortunately, no fault of Dan's. Telstra decided that, you know what, you've used your data, and I'll make the phone call and get more data, but we'll take 3.5 years to give you the data pack. You idiots, Telstra, fire up, would you? I actually shouldn't say that, because I actually officially work for Telstra, with the company I work for. So go Telstra, you're awesome.
Thank you also to yourself and the many other commentators over the weekend.
In all seriousness, with the commentary as well, I've done practically bugger all compared to a lot of the guys this week, and I deliberately stayed away for a while because I did spend a lot of time playing, which was pretty unusual for myself to get deep in tournaments, and I actually found it pretty tough on the eyes to keep watching the screen and concentrate hard trying to analyse other people's games, and I decided to give myself a break, but I'm very happy to be here for the final. And tomorrow you won't see me in the Anzac tournament either, because I plan on making that final, Butters.
Good, mate. Well, I hope to get here on time for the first round, but other than that, we'll see what happens. Thank you to everyone involved. Now, Alec, still in this one, so he's in a bit of strife. Rusty's got this end of the table covered.
Does he just take it on, Butters? Does he play this in the corner and stun into the dead red on top of the yellow?
I don't think so, mate. It's not really his style, is it?
You're right, he's running through, but I'm just wondering, you know, if he just says, you know, I've had enough, I'm going to have a dip.
That's stiff. He's about 3 millimetres off that going in.
But even if that does go in, what does he do with this dead red? Obviously, Rusty's got a bit of it now.
Rusty, yeah, he's still on that, I think.
Yeah, he's on the plant. The thing is, though, I don't think Rusty's going to be too keen on.
You just roll this in, try and extract.
When you're 10-4 up, you can have a dip, can't you?
You can.
Surely this yellow doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, well, it might double. And if it doubles, you try and land. He'll come out. He'll just stun out a little bit here.
No, I think he's trying to cannon it. I really do. Oh, he tried to clip the red. He missed it.
Well, he's invented an angle there.
And actually, you know what? When you look at that shot that he's tried to play, where if he clips the red, he actually sends the white ball up and lands on the bottom yellow. And then he's open. That is advanced pull right there. And now he's just going to play a containing shot. And says, Alec, well, you know what? I'm 10-4 up. Play a big shot, brother. The thing is, though, Alec does have a good chance here to break open that yellow and red and have a dip at going game.
Anyway, Alec, just play the plan. Whoever moves these two balls first is probably going to be the winner, Jamie. Well, that's a horrible shot from Alec. He's trying to play safety there. He's riding straight in now. You just have to tuck in behind this, provided it's not too far from the cushion. I hope the viewers didn't hear that, but anyway. Alec's just played a terrible shot. He's tried to cover the hole and rest the white in there, and he's knocked the ball in, so he's left himself in a bit of strife.
Yeah, this shot here is potentially in the match.
Middle and run and hide.
Well, he has deliberately missed that, I'm pretty sure, and tried to get the white ball safe.
Watch Rusty do, cut his back off the red in the middle and go 4 cushions and open the yellow.
Well, he could check it up actually, and get the cannon just off 2.
Wouldn't surprise me. Finish in a blaze of glory.
Well, he's played it. He's actually gone for it.
I'm a little bit upset that I knew what he was going to try and do.
He has
there.
actually gone for it. He's got a bit of a smile on his face as he walks off.
You call that shot, Jamie.
He looks over at us and he had a bit of a quick smile there.
Can't wait to tell him I picked that one. He won't believe me. Or he'll say I'm an idiot as well.
Well, like you say, buddy, 10-4 up. Have a dip.
With the two touching there, not in too much danger.
I think the Rusty mindset right now is, you know what, I'm 10-4 up. Even if Alex wins 10-5, I have so many breaks left that I can break and clear. And I back my ability that much to get at least one of those. You know, I can't lose this match. That's how he's thinking right now. He's not even worried. And Alex unhit that by a mile.
Yeah, this will be a good shot to watch.
Well, he's gonna punch this in the top corner and stun onto the red. If he can actually stun the red almost full ball and just catch the yellow, he's perfect.
Oh, just roll it, mate. Why wouldn't you?
Well, but the thing is, how is he going on this? Is he a bit close?
Yeah, he just chuck up on it.
Actually, we've seen Alec just pull the cue like basically straight up in the air. Alec, Russ decides I'm going to just play this shot normal and get crap position, go across the table and have a crack.
Come on. Double.
No, we're going to go. Oh well, he might play it off. I think the smart shot here is actually play cross table. He's going to go for the double in the middle. That was actually lunacy in my opinion. I think he's just taking a piss now.
I love it.
That is actually ridiculous, that shot. You all day go across table there.
I absolutely love it, mate.
Would you have actually gone cross table there though, Butters? To be honest, even if you're 10-4
If I was
up,
10-4 up, I'm going the double all day long.
I would have actually still gone cross table there.
Do it for the cameras, mate.
Fair enough. Well, I don't think it was a big pocket because the red's too far away for it to go off the black.
This is a good
But
shot. He's in
the
it.
one thing that is though is that the red that's close to the side cushion.
Yeah,
That's a tough ball.
he's just got to bump off the left side of this.
I actually can't even see the tail in well because he's consuming it.
There
Dan
you go.
gives
Now
us
you
another
can,
angle.
because Dan's a genius.
And here we go. So Butter says
How
bump
good's
off
his
the
work,
left.
mate?
Butter says bump off the left side. And the reason Butter's saying not bump off the right hand side because it will give Rusty a chance to go up and down and chop it in the middle. If you bump off the left hand side, it makes the shot that much harder. So you may think Butter. You may see a lot of people will fall into the trap here of hitting the right hand side because it promotes the red a little bit more.
Yeah, but you're
In
playing-
actual fact, it causes you to lose the frame potentially.
You
So
leave him a big face cut double too.
we'll try and get this red ball in the way of the up and down too.
That's a good
He's
shot.
actually deliberately played a double kiss there. It's a very clever shot.
Very good shot.
That's nothing but knowledge there from Alec. Nothing but knowledge. And Rusty's going to smash this, I reckon.
Off the cushion, under the
Oh,
red.
hits it soft. Plays a safety and lands nowhere. Rusty's just said, I think he just said, I'll just concede this frame.
Yeah. Saying, all right, if you can put 4 in a row, Alec, you can have it.
So I'm pretty sure we're going to live to see another frame. But when you're 10-4 down, even this ball near the rail can just be a nightmare to deal with
Without
sometimes.
a doubt.
I actually hate these tables that far off the rail. I can't stand them. Having said that, he still won't play it any different. You've got to play it this way.
Yeah,
You've just got to drop it in and play for the ball in the middle.
Just a little
He might
dead-
score off it, actually.
Just a dead weight shot. No,
Might.
surely not.
Plays it dead weight, perfect on the middle. And we'll screw off the side rail and just land touch out and play the black in the right bottom corner.
Screw across.
Oh, looks
Is he
like he's
loading
loading up, doesn't he? And the rail caught him.
And he's landed halfway.
The rail caught him a bit.
I'll back him to get this.
I still think he'll get it too. He's got too much ability to miss this shot under the pressure that is there. Oh, he's going the opposite corner I thought he was going to go to. And he still pots it though.
He did very nicely done.
So the SA crowd starts to lip up again.
Yeah, that'll last about 2 minutes when they remember what the score is, mate.
Yeah, it could be ended very quickly because it's Rusty's break.
Well, that'd be a nice change, Jamie, if you and I could go deep tomorrow. Someone else could commentate our bloody matches.
Hey, why don't we just make a pact and play in the final?
Sounds good.
How dare you draw me earlier? And
how's he gone dry here?
He has it. The ball's everywhere. And suddenly the SA team scream. If a ball had gone in there, there would have been crickets. Now, can he play this ball and screw onto the dead yellow that's touching the red?
He's got a few opportunities to do it, but
he's played the shot. Jesus, Butters, I'm becoming good at this thing. I'm becoming good at this commentary business. I'm picking shots. Something's not right. I think we need to drug test myself or the other players.
Mate, when you can call the fine cut, reverse, double into the middle, and 3 cushions to extract the ball.
Come and see ya. Fair call. But that's not fair on me because that was an unorthodox shot, and you're the king of those. Oh, she just played that well.
It's not super.
He definitely wanted to run through off that rail and come out probably another, well, at least 3 or 4 inches.
You've got to hit them or they just don't come back out.
He should still be okay. He should still run through these fine. And you know what? He's 10-5 down and he's still queuing very nicely. It's a testament to his ability and his nerve.
He's a machine, mate.
He is. And he already knows. He already.
It's 10 to 2 in the morning, and he's.
And Alec actually.
He's not that young.
Alec actually already knows what he's doing here to go out. He's just basically recomposing himself, just slowing things down a little bit, and making sure of everything. He wants to keep Russ in his chair for a little bit.
Come back out to maybe just higher than the other yellow is.
If somehow Alec does manage to rack 6 frames in a row and win this match, he actually goes to about $1.20 favourite
for sure
to win the whole tournament. Not only will he be that confident and start buzzing, Rusty will.
Rusty won't be able to win if he's thrown away at 10-4.
Well, I mean, he still will, but he will actually be able to not miss as much. He can't play some of these loose shots that he's played this match because he's so far ahead. Regardless of who you are, it's mentally hard to recover from that. And in that goes, and the SA crowd. It's like we're at the Nationals, Butters, but we're not.
When are SA and Queensland going to be in the final?
Well, never. But Rusty is playing for New South Queensland Capital Territory these days.
I forgot where he was from, mate, sorry.
And a 10-6, and it is Alec's break. So a chance to break, potentially run the rack, go 10-7.
You might see a bit more tension in the arm then.
You might indeed. Although Rusty seems to be still pretty together. You just kick it back and say, "I'll have a quick sip of my Coke."
He'll be together until he hasn't won, mate.
Yeah, 10 grand to 4 grand is a big gap, and I'm pretty sure they haven't chopped just yet. And I'll tell you what, it'll be interesting to see if they actually did get to another final, and let's, for example, for hypothetically speaking, Rusty says to Alec, do you want to have a saver? I reckon Alex will say, Eat a dick. I'm not having a saver.
Well, his contract, I don't know if they be his exact words, but
That actually did step out. But the, yeah, you know what I'm saying. He will be saying, no thank you, Rusty. But Rusty has first dig at a dry break of Alec, and, well, he's overrun that by a fair bit.
someone's written, I bet you won't run the rack. We'll call that one.
I get a free drink.
You do.
I'm awesome. I didn't have to do anything. I've just copped a free drink.
You've done well there.
So anyway, Alec,
I thought he went drive.
well, I'm actually just taking my eyes off the screen for a sec to read the chat, and
Must have put it around that mist or something.
I'm not sure what's happened there. I'm telling you now, though, Rusty won't want to be too lackadaisical about mucking about for the next couple of frames. You want to start reeling this in.
That's no good. That's no good at all. He's out here, Jamie.
Yeah, you're right. That's a big gap.
Called it, but I reckon.
There's every chance. I mean, the table looks tricky, but they're all on, and that's all that Rusty needs when he's firing. But it just seems to me that he's just put the brakes on a touch. And even this out, he would have already been down at.
He's just a bit off angle on this.
But he would have already been down playing the shot a while ago.
That's a good shot.
If this is on the middle, that is a super shot. Well, he's checking the corner, I think. So maybe it doesn't go to the middle. I'm not sure. But to me, it looks like he's checking the top corner, and he's going to. But I think he's going to the corner to can into the yellow and black. Indeed, he is.
That's a good shot, mate.
And it goes in. Geez, I tell you what, there was a couple of blokes right behind that shot.
That red's in trouble now.
Yeah, it is. There was a great hit shot coming from the crowd. I'll tell you what, I would love to get the camera on JR right now.
This red, Jamie, goes to the top left, in between those two yellows.
Still doesn't help that red that's near the black though. Dan, how do you reckon we go get a camera on JR right now? I've never seen a bloke watch a game of pool with his eyes shut.
If he screws straight back to the cushion here, he's on it.
Oh, he shanked it. His arm just flew out like a chicken wing.
He's got him asleep.
I've never seen anyone like Buffer watch a game of pool and be asleep at the same time and still look like he's awake. I don't know how he's doing it. I can't stop checking it. I can't stop.
6 minutes of the whole
I can't stop looking at him and laughing. He just lets out a big guy. I tell you what, you can fit a you can fit a 40-inch dildo in that mouth.
Are we boring you, Buffer?
Dad, can you put a camera on him, please?
Alex just pushed one more into trouble.
Sorry, I just railwayed this frame for a sec. That was actually pretty funny. But yeah, back to the pool. And you can't quite see him. We're actually having a crack at getting a camera on him because that's how funny it is. And Alex played a very smart safety there. And I'm telling you now, Butters, if he keeps playing these little shots when Rusty gets too loose and keeps playing chop-ups, Alec will claw his way back in this match. And before Rusty knows it, it's going to be 10-8, 10-9.
Yeah, this is the shot, though. Nothing special.
That is a foul. That is a foul, and Rusty knows it, the room knows it, and with one shot I'd say probably doesn't go game here, or a harder out to go game. With 2, I'm going to say he makes these.
You reckon he's got them?
Oh, he's just tried to create an angle there a bit. So he will revert back to plan B and look for probably another snooker or a safety.
Yeah, just stun this across the back rail and hide in behind.
Yeah, I don't agree with that shot, but even the little runoff shot here, I don't agree with.
I don't either, because he can just kill it.
Well, he can just leave the 2, exactly right. He can leave the white ball right there. He doesn't have to get out of this snooker.
That's why I didn't mind stunning it across the cushion, because he couldn't play that shot there.
And Rusty wasted no time at all there and just saying, you know what, Alec, if you're going to play that silly shot, I'll just leave you there and you can deal with it. Alec says, no worries, I'll chip off this and then I'll drop another snooker in on you and then see how you go leaving me in behind this yellow. Because then you leave me on to the ball I just nudged off. And this is, this right here is an example of when you get 2 shots, you don't have to just nudge off and go game every single time. I mean, when you look at these yellows, it's an awkward out. You've got the yellow on the side cushion up near the balk line. And you've got the yellow sort of in the balk line, which obviously isn't that hard, but still you've got to get it. And the transition from ball to ball isn't real simple. So Alex, it is a very good shot. And Alex basically said, you know what? I'm gonna get 2 and force you to play a good shot, and Rusty has obliged and done exactly that. Don't be surprised if Alex actually sort of plays the same shot. Well, it must be touching.
It is touching.
But he's still going to play another snooker.
Further and further away.
It'll hardly move though, this one, and Rusty will probably play the same shot.
You can almost tuck him behind that one this time.
And good pace again from Rusty.
Lift your eyes, there it is again.
Yeah, Nathan Neems, I'll tell you what though, that's a big sentence for Nathan Neems, just quietly. Like, when you put a pun into a sentence for Nathan Neems, he probably doesn't even know what it
He
means.
doesn't realise it's a pun.
No, I don't think he actually know what it even means. He's just heard someone else say it and thought he'd get on board the ice train. And once again, Alec plays the
Mate,
snooker.
what am I looking at the screen and Alex in the way of the shot, so I'm leaning over. It's not going to help me.
This time Rusty will let rest behind that yellow, because the yellow is not available to the left corner. So he doesn't have to come to the back cushion to play the same shot this time.
I thought they were going to finish. I was going to get to go home early.
Well, I still think Rusty's actually in a very good position here. But Alec is favourite, and that is because he's currently at the table. No other reason.
He's controlling the table.
So flicks off the yellow again. This time, I think he's decided to commit. What do you think? You think he's decided to commit?
I reckon eventually he has to. He can't. Well, he can't keep doing it and just pushing his balls further away from the pockets.
You know what he's looking at here, Butters? He's looking at promoting the yellow right over the kick and getting another snooker. He's just saw it last minute when he was lining up the pot, and he's like, okay, what's the value in this shot? I personally don't think he can actually play it perfectly. I think the natural potting angle actually is the perfect snooker angle. I think if he actually plays to put this over the kick, he'll leave a shot on the red that's closest to the white right now. So he's decided, you know, I'm going to pot this. And he does pot it. When you're 10-6 down, Butters, this is actually a pretty big out.
As you said, it's $6,000 every time you're at the table at the moment.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it when you're sitting there, but not a good way to look at it when you're out there.
It's a terrible way to look at it.
Oh, man, a massive amount of side on that.
Terrible way to look at it. table or not, but it's what it is.
Yeah, and to be honest, when I play in a situation with when there is some cash on the line, I like to just basically find a way to eliminate that immediately. Get out of my head. I don't want to know. I don't want to remember what the stakes are. I just want to flow as much as I can.
Mate, I've only had one biggish payday in ball, as you know, and I don't think the money crossed my mind once during that match.
And that's what happens when you're in the zone. You get going. You just don't even worry about the money.
I was just enjoying being that deep in a comp and enjoying playing well.
Exactly right. And Alec pots that very nicely. And I'm actually wondering if he played for a double there.
I reckon he wanted the double then, for sure.
Yeah, he quickly looked and realised obviously it wasn't on.
This is tough now, Jamie.
Yeah, and then as we sort of spoke about, this was never an easy out.
Might even have to take this ball next. Yeah, he is running down the cushion last.
Yeah, I mean, if he's got two shots, I didn't see the problem with just playing the little chip out on the red over the yellow over the middle and promoting it and using it too.
You talk about the money shot, Jamie. If he knocks this in, the next one is a $6,000 money shot.
And the class of Alec Evreniadis is starting to shine. I mean, obviously 10-6 down, but I'm actually going to back him and knock this in.
This shot right here, mate, doesn't get bigger.
It still rolls down, but I'm going to back him and knock it in. He's dragging it. Oh, he punches it.
Look at this.
He's fluked it. And he puts his hand to say, sorry, but you know what, cop that. And Rusty just realises that, you know what, that could have gone anywhere when he did lift off that too. He really did shank it.
Big time.
And that could have gone anywhere. And Rusty thinks, well, that could have been my tournament right there.
Wow.
Instead I'll play another frame. Here's Rusty's break though.
Rusty's
And 10-7.
If he wins his frame.
And he has decided, you know what, I'm not copping that real sweet. I'm taking a toilet break.
If Rusty doesn't win this frame, it'll be very interesting. I'll be back with you in a sec, mate.
Brett's chomping at the bit. And, well, I think Rusty, to be honest, in the last 2 or 3 frames has just taken things a bit lightly and just been a little bit lackadaisical and thought, you know what, I'm flying, I'm miles ahead, something's got to give, I'll just run a rack sooner or later and I'll win this match. And Alec has basically said, keep chopping up and I will keep winning. Bottom line is, you just simply cannot make mistakes against a player of Alec Evreniadis' quality. Yes, he chopped up the pot there and fluked the yellow. Unfortunately, folks, that's part of the game. That's what happens. And Russ, you just come back to the arena, and I promise you now, you won't even be thinking about that fluke that Alec made there. What'll be on his mind now is rack the balls, break, get a good break, pot a ball, make an out, win the match.
Can you say hi, Ness? Just say hi, Ness. It's my mum. Just shout out. Sorry.
A quick shout out for Jason Smiley say, hi Ness, apparently you're watching. Which means Brent Reed might be watching. Which means Brent Reed, you know that you cannot get away with me not hanging a bit of shit on you. You bald-headed badger. Why are you not here? Seriously, I've heard that you're playing good pool. Pull your head in, mate. Get yourself to a big guns comp once in your life. And yes, I know you'll be there next year because it's probably going to be in Queensland at Snooker World, but come on, make the trip. So Alec's pot a ball. And big shot first up where he just has to chop. It's just he plays those at vertical, these shots very well where he's got to vertically raise.
Smiley for keeping me seat warm. What's going on?
Well, he's got a ball off the break. He played a very, very nice vertical. I tell you, when Alex actually vertically plays shots, we raise the butt right up in the air. He plays the shots well. Probably, I actually think the best in the game. I've actually not seen anyone play the shot better. Does me head in.
His boy's not too bad at it either.
Oh, that's actually true. Brendan is the spear master at one-handed pool. And that's a very good shot too. It looked dodgy, but there's nothing wrong with it.
Tell you what, runs this rack, Rusty will start thinking about it.
Well, this is what I said while you're on break. I said, Russ, you can't keep just be lackadaisical and keep chopping up. Yeah, you'll be there because it'll be in Queensland.
For the record, I did say 11-7, Jamie.
You did.
But I reckon I'm going to be wrong.
Well, the way this frame's shaping up, you could indeed be. Honestly, when it was 6-1, I just thought this would be an absolute runaway. Rusty still won't be that. I still think Rusty thinks he's just going to break and run a rack.
Yeah, he has to. Now, did he want the other ball first? Did he want the one up the top left?
I reckon he did, mate, because the transition from that to the black ball is tough.
I thought he might have played that last shot with a bit of check to run up the inside.
Well, I reckon he screws the side rail now and tries to land right on the side rail, Butters.
He's got a bit of angle.
No, he doesn't.
And he's off angle again here.
He is indeed, and the transition of Blake is not going to be easy if he leaves his ball near the cushion till last.
He's still well and truly capable of making the shot, but it's just a lot harder than he would have wanted.
And this is why he's playing his shot first, because he knows transition's tough. He's going to screw off this now and try and come cross table.
This is hard to land really good on too.
Well, if he
plays
plays
straight across the line, you want to be on.
He plays off two cushions. He didn't play off two cushions, so I would have. If you actually play off two cushions there at pace, you actually land a lot better.
It's always harder when you're running straight across the line.
Yeah, and to me, this angle, it's close to in-off, I think. No, I think he can avoid the in-off. But actually, at the end of the day, he might even just drop it in and leave himself the big, long black. But I think he can get through it. And indeed he could. But he's on the veranda. And, well, when you're 10-7 down, this right now will basically show the character of the man and the queuing prowess. He doesn't, when you actually watch Alec, he doesn't even look like he can play. Seriously, he just gets down. Nah, the guy's a freak. He's going to knock this in, I'm telling you. He actually cues off the rail so well. And look at that. Look how still he was with that, Butters. He's probably the best cueist off the rail we have in the game. He is brilliant off the rail. And you just saw a quick glance there of the imbecile Nathan Neems giving high fives to random people. Yeah, he actually high fived the air. Yeah, Alex break and chances go 10-9. And my bet's not feeling real flash right now, Butters. And a ball goes in, but a big pack. I don't know if Alec would be that upset about a pack being there. same token, Russ will be thinking, you know what, he's not going to go game a shot, we'll stop the rod here. I'm going to get to the table, make the most of it. Yeah, having a quick look at these balls. So I need to look at the pack. I actually need to study this pack for a little bit, and I actually like the shot a lot, and I actually don't think the shot's quite on. I think you actually, when you can off the, I think when you can off the black, you're probably going to force the yellow to the bottom rail a little bit. I'm just wondering if he's actually looking at it now, Butters. No, he's going to take reds. Well, this is interesting because this is a weird shot. I think he's just going to put this over the kick, is he? No, he's gone for the pot. But what's the plan here? I actually think he tried to put that over the kick. And actually, that doesn't make sense either, because then the yellow up inside the red at the top corner. So I'm not sure what the game plan is here just yet, unless he's under-hit it or something. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure, Buzz. That was a bit of a mystery to me, that shot. Well, he definitely has that, but yeah, to me, this is a disaster. And and once, obviously, even if you play this shot, you've got to get back up. You've got to get yourself a chance to cannon the pack open if you're going to commit. Yeah, it's actually very deep in the pocket. Now look at this shot. He did well. I wouldn't be super upset that's landed back in the pack. He's got a good white. Rusty's going to flick off this leave the white ball on the bottom rail. So this will be another safety where he just doubles this red out. Probably play it up to the other red up the top corner maybe, and just screw the white. No, he's decided to leave it in the pack.
Screw into the gap.
No, he's just... Oh, he's left his shot on the red.
I reckon they're almost all there now, Jamie. If you can play this into the middle, he opens up everything. You play it with run through, you end up on the one up the top, and you open the other red.
You're such a game man, Butters, I tell you, because you play a shot at pace, it makes a shot so hard in the middle. And to get through that pack, to me, it looks like you're going to cannon the black first and then the yellow, and to get through that pack you've actually got to hit it with a fair bit of pace, and then it makes a shot in the middle so difficult.
But you only need to roll off those balls and come out to not far past where the red is.
I don't mind this shot to nothing double he's about to play. Oh, he's gone the other way. He's trying to bring it. Basically what he's doing there is he's keeping his balls at this end of the table where the black is. He's keeping the game alive with his balls.
Well, I reckon Rusty can go game here.
Yeah, you know what? The yellow and black onto the other yellow to open everything up. Obviously a cannon off it, but...
Not just that, the one that he runs down here inside the red, he lands perfect on the yellow in the middle, in the right middle, to go into
open. Yep.
And he's got a backup ball with the other one over the middle pocket.
And now he's eliminating his yellow. A lot of people leave this yellow here because it's like a security ball, but it doesn't cover anything.
Look at this.
Well, he goes into it straight away, and well, you know what? You might think that's a bit stiff because the red's got away yellow. It doesn't even matter. It does not even matter.
That's all over.
I think it is. I do not see Rusty chopping this up. He's right amongst them. When he's amongst the balls like this is when he's most dangerous. And
he's got one little tricky one, but he doesn't even have to play that. Stun back 6-8 inches here. Run it down. You're on your hard one. It's all over.
Yeah, he should make this match. He should finish the match right now. And
well,
basically.
He's a bit short, but he can take the other one. It doesn't matter. He might take the.
I think he'll screw back Butters and he'll give himself an angle to stun off the off his second last ball.
He just played off the red.
Fair enough. That's just an insane shot I don't even think of. I don't know why I don't think of those shots, but
Straight to the cush.
and yep, nah, he's perfect, Butters. He won't miss this. You know he's not going to miss this. He can go to the blue spot and he'll still pot this black Butters. He's that confident. Look at that, it's perfect. And he's won this match, and he's 10 grand richer, and that'll go on the punt tomorrow.
Good pull.
And a good match there from Rusty Wheeler. Alec, a very valiant fight back.
Fantastic fight back. Made it interesting.
And
And
I
Rusty
guess-
showed that he's still great when the pressure's on. So
And I guess to wrap up, a great tournament, a late finish obviously. Thanks to the guys that stayed tuned in and were committed to the CueballTV coverage. Thanks Dan.
Absolutely.
As usual, tireless efforts. Thanks to the venue, thanks to Georgia, thanks to the staff, thanks to the Crawley.
Mel Travis, Tracy Jojo.
And,
Thanks to you,
yeah.
Jamie.
And as you can see there, you get a final glimpse of everyone out going to congratulate the finalists. They've just collected $14,000 in total in prize money. And
I'm going to bed.
well, I'm going to stay here and have a couple more socials and come back tomorrow bright as a daisy for fresh as a daisy rather for tomorrow's comp.
Yeah, we know that's not going to happen. So
I will win tomorrow.
all right, mate. Adios.
Take it easy, guys. We'll see you tomorrow for tomorrow's stream.
You go for 20 cash. Grab that. Anybody?